I know I say a lot that things are fake and that they're very obviously fake. So I thought today we would go over a couple of things. And first, I'd like to tell you a story that happened to me. A few years ago, if I was to guess, I'd say probably 7 years ago, I was in a live chat with Max Malone, and I was just a spectator. I didn't type anything, I was just Max got to know listening on the sidelines while he played Xbox. Anyway, later in the evening, probably 4 in the morning, I worked night shift, so it wasn't odd for me to be up at this time. A little old lady came in, and she said she'd been watching Max for a while and she wanted to tell her story. Max obliged, and she started to tell us that she was part of a very, very sick group of people. This, of course, got everybody's ears perked up. She explained that she was part of an elite group of actors who were raised for their role. She said that every single person in the White House, everyone, all of them, were actors. All of them, actors. This is a bold claim, especially back then. 7 years ago, I'm only 3 years deep. I'm like, come on, that can't be true. She offers up a website, but it's a website that you can only go on to at certain times, and you can only be there when she opens it for you to go on, because you can't be on there long because you'll get in shit. You'll get her killed. She told us she was in her 90s and she was tired of living the lie and she was sick of the shit, and she wanted to somehow give Max this information and he could run with it. Now, I don't know what happened between her and Max after that, but me and her talked. I communicated with her. Probably one of the very few times where I tried to reach out to someone. And she gave me access. And I chickened out. I fucking ghosted her. And I felt guilty when I did it. Later on in life, I found out that she'd passed away a few weeks later. And it made me feel even more like such an idiot. Why didn't I take advantage of this opportunity? So, that's a quick story. Let me get my wind here, and we'll get on with the video of explaining how and why I think things are fake. And maybe you'll agree. But just keep that in mind, that little old lady's story. Okay, I'm going to show you one that was probably my first what the F moment that made me really start questioning things and got me really digging. So we're going to go right down this crazy rabbit hole to start, and then I'll show you some of the more recent ones. So here we go. I'm going to play the clip right now.
One of theirs.
It's
Open up the
shareholders
markets.
very,
Quid
very
pro
well.
quo,
Yes,
Clarice.
we have capitalism and we embrace it. And 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 they don't.
I thought that was pretty crazy. So this is today, actually. I don't think this is real. I think this is all a CGI screen, and here's why. We're going to just go slow back and forth, and you can see on the back of his jacket, that's a weird anomaly. I thought maybe it was the sun, but I can't see the sun doing that, not in that position. Why nowhere else on his body? I don't know. It was very odd to me. I also thought it was odd when he was going up the stairs. I thought the shadows weren't right and stuff, but do you see what I mean? Like, maybe that's a stretch on this one, but let's look at the next one. Next, we have Fauci, who I believe is actually a different person, just like Biden, wearing a mask. You can see here that it almost looks like a mask that would be flapping in the wind. Kind of looks like CGI at times here as well. Who knows? But definitely strange. Definitely not normal. This clip we might run twice just because I got some stuff I want to say quick. For anyone that doesn't know, within the truther community, there is a great feeling that this man didn't actually win, obviously, the election. Now, Matt knows that everyone is selected and everything is going according to the plan. The plan is who knows. But anyway, this is Joe Biden. And within that community, they feel like he's not allowed on the Air Force One, this helicopter, I believe, which is Marine One. I don't know what it's called. I'm Canadian. But so anyway, to prove within the media that he can get on it, they make this video. And the footage is completely horseshit. right? Like his hands go through the microphones, and it's of course been debunked by the fact checkers, but the fact checkers are just in on everything, everyone. So yeah, like I don't know what more to say about this one. I would like to add too quickly that I tried to show this to a few people at work this morning, and no one noticed it until I showed them, which is why I'm making the video I'm making. Okay, so we're gonna move on to another clip of this because I think that's long enough. And in this clip, it's just on another angle, so we'll look at that quick. So this is Kamala Harris, or Vice President Harris, if we want to get technical. This is her eyes turning black and her face doing kind of like a Joker moment. Like, look right there, look at you, looks like a Joker. But anyway, this is just another clip where you're like, what the heck? Her eyes are turning black right in front of you. It makes no sense. It's got to be some kind of trickery, but it's just another visual effect that they are putting out there in front of you, and some of you may have seen it and some of you may not. I actually made a video about this and it went very viral. Very viral. I believe it had about 8,000 views when it got deleted. And I believe it may have had something to do with a Dr. Disrespect video I made too, and it was just it was my very next video. Because when the Dr. Disrespect stuff happened, I figured that one out. Maybe I'll make a video about that, because that video got me like 50,000 views. I don't think it was that many. I think it was 24. But anyway, I'm going to end on one last thing. And this one is the one that should make you realize that everything is not only programmed and planned, it is put right in front of your faces for you to see. Like I'm trying to show you here with the eyes and the Joe Biden stuff, and they are showing this stuff on purpose. I don't think these things are done by mistake. I think they are 100% done for a reason. And finally, just so you can see that even in the movies, it's all being pointed out to you. In this case, we have Batman, The Dark Knight, which came out in 2012. And this is a map that's towards the end of the movie when he's talking about where all the bombs are going to go off in Gotham City. You can see there, it says Sandy Hook right there in the middle. They actually point to it. This is the school from above. Some say it looks like a Mayan temple property. I cannot remember the name of the Mayan temple right now. And then this is the gentleman that actually did a shooting in the opening night in Colorado of the same movie, the Batman Night, The Dark Knight Rises. And isn't it just odd how all these things kind of lead towards the same things? And when I say that, I mean like this Joker, how do I say, this Joker's character is always being portrayed, and like I even said earlier in the Kamala Harris video, she looked like Joker. So there it is, everyone. And he's right there on the front of the Illuminati card game, and maybe the ritual started in 2012 and ended in 2020. Who knows? But we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm sure this was a little bit different than normal, and I'm positive it's really long, but if you're with me, thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.